last year there was the Weblog Awards for the best various blogs, and for the first time ever there was an actual science blogs category, and I think that happened because I really bitched and screamed about it for a long time, saying we need a science category, not being self-serving at all. And when it came out, I got nominated, actually, I believe, by somebody who was here today, and so did a website called Pharyngula. Now, the voting was fast and furious. It was an extremely tight race. There was a lot of cheating, a lot of name-calling. It was reflecting any recent elections must have been a coincidence. But you will note that, in fact, P.Z. Myers, a biologist, an evolutionary biologist, a raving atheist, and a hell of a skeptic, actually, wound up squeezing out about 1% more votes than I did in a highly suspicious last-hour surge in the polls. And you can see that Panda's Thumb, which is run by several evolutionary biologists, Jeannie Scott's group, was a pathetic third place. But I wouldn't actually say that out loud. But PZ and I were neck and neck, but he did win. And in the end, we upped the stakes. If I won, he was going to pose for the Skep Dudes calendar this year. And I should say that any Skep chicks who are here that are in the calendar, I brought mine. I'd like to make a special call for you to come up and sign it at some point. But if I were to lose, in the inconceivable situation that would happen, that I would actually come to TAM 5 and stand up and say nice things about PZ. And, well, you see what happened. I lost. Here is, actually, PZ Myers. It was written about in a magazine. He's actually an excellent blogger. I should say that the few things I do have to say about it, just to get this out of the way, this distasteful thing, that he is a fabulous writer. He is, in fact, not trying to take over the vertebrate horde, that means us, with his cephalopod mania. The man has a squid fetish, which is a little sick. Writes about them all the time. Spineless is not evil. I may have intimated that a few times on my blog. He's an evolutionary biologist, so I have to admit, as a scientist, that evolution may in fact be true. Okay, I'm not going to say that one out loud. I swear, if sex weren't part of biology, I wouldn't have even been able to write that. Borrowing a phrase from Finding Nemo, squids are more than food, squids are our friend. And, of course, PZ deserved to win. E pluribus movement. Those of you who know your Latin and your history. However, having said all that, I fear for the future. He did graciously, although frighteningly, agree to pose for the Skep Dudes calendar next year. We'll see if we can either blind or do something to Rebecca to let her do this and put him in there. And I'm going to really, really try to get him to one of these meetings one of these days, because he belongs up here, or possibly at the bottom of the ocean. In the interest, actually, though, of bringing everything together, one of the bloggers for Science Blogs, which is a collection of great science blogs, PZ writes for them. They have a whole bunch of great science blogs. If you're not reading them, you should be. One of them, called A Blog Around the Clock, has collected some of the best science blogs over the past few years, since really the inception of blogging only about 3 years ago, put them into a book called The Open Laboratory, and has self-published this on lulu.com, and you can buy it. It's like $15, something like that. It's a fantastic collection of blog entries. I've read most of them before when they came out. I have not yet ordered mine. I'm going to, actually, when I get back from the meeting. PZ does have a fabulous article in it, but I will note that what they included that I wrote, a science fair article I wrote about Welcome to Science, is actually the first blog that's listed there, and PZ's way in the back. So.